You kept going.
You do.
Hannah, welcome to your show. Go ahead, sweetheart.
The country that is currently carrying out a genocide in Gaza has nuclear weapons, and they have the audacity to talk about how other countries in the region are a threat to their national security. Okay, go ahead.
Cool, good point.
So guys, welcome back to the channel. Please forgive me for the audio issues. I am on assignment, but let's just get straight to the topic. And this is going to be Anna Kasparian dismantling Adam Sosnick. Anna Kasparian is going to dismantle Adam Sosnick so much to the point where he can't take himself, and he like throws something at her. This is basically like what we need to see this kind of control of the conversation that Anna Kasparian does give when it comes to Adam Sosnick and his sick behavior. It is time for this PBD host to shut up. I am tired of him too. We will rewind a little bit to the beginning of their like full, burnout clash. But I'm so excited to, I've seen a little bit of this, and but I just want to watch it again, just to go back and look and discuss Adam Sosnick getting demolished by Anna Kasparian. Let's actually get to that point where she's bringing up the nuclear arsenal.
Problem is that you just
tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong.
That you're right on everything.
Weapons, though.
Tell me where I'm wrong.
I just want to finish this one.
Are you going to go fight? Are you going to enlist and go fight on behalf of Israel?
I have family. I have friends that are in the IDF.
Okay,
how many family and friends do you have
They're in Israel. If you're American,
we're gonna have a discussion,
you should not be calling for American soldiers to fight Israel's war.
You just ranted,
and
I'm going to talk now. I'm going to ask you one question.
Go ahead.
Okay, Adam, go.
But if we're going to talk, and then let me talk.
Let me just say one thing, real quick. One sentence.
I don't get to talk. You kept going.
You do.
Hannah, welcome to your show. Go ahead, sweetheart.
The country that is currently carrying out a genocide in Gaza has nuclear weapons, and they have the audacity to talk about how other countries in the region are a threat to their national security. Okay, go ahead.
Let me just say one thing. Here's the thing. I appreciate that Netanyahu is a
terrible
deeply flawed person.
Yep.
Okay. And I appreciate that nobody wants to see Iraq again. But on top of the fact that I do think there is some legitimate concern at this moment with regard to nuclear weapons, there's also intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Every country has that. Are we going to invade every country because they have missiles?
Death to America. They're the top funders of terror. The Houthis, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Shia militias. They have assassins.
So the thing I love about these people is that they talk about things that they know nothing about. And I know that I'm supposed to just be okay with that, but I'm not. And this is why I need you guys to hit the like, the subscribe, the notification bell. Please, it is very important because we need to have a real discussion. This girl just talked about they fund Hamas, they fund Hezbollah, they fund, do you know the history of Ben Shapiro's favorite place, of Adam Sosnick's favorite place? Do you know the history of that area and how they came to be? Do you know about the Yom Kippur War? Do you know about Golda Meir and the threat that she gave to President Nixon? I think that you should look into that. And so why Anna Kasparian is going off, and Anna Kasparian makes certain kind of disclaimers too when Anna Kasparian feels like, Anna Kasparian doesn't want to go too far with the rhetoric. Anna Kasparian will say, like, I hate the Iranian regime. I don't know why I have to hate the Iranian regime in order to have a conversation about what's going on in the world. I don't know the Iranian regime. I don't live under the Iranian regime, and I really don't, that's not any of my business of anything that's going on over there. Now, as far as the other countries having missiles and stuff, a sovereign country is supposed to be able to defend itself. Nobody questioned anything when everybody kept screaming about Ben Shapiro's favorite country defending itself, right? So why is it that they're the only people who get to defend themselves when, by the way, they've threatened people with their defense before us, okay? And this is okay. And so Adam Sosnick is going to, of course, make his appeals. He doesn't care about Americans going to die in wars for his favorite country, just like Ben Shapiro. That's how they are. That's how these particular types are. And it is disgusting. It's sick. And it really is. Let's just play a little bit more. I could go on forever. I mean, you're talking about Shiite, like, What does this lesbian know about Shia Muslims? Like, it is so annoying to me. It is because I feel like when I run into talk. Okay, you know what, guys? Let's just move on. Let's just watch the rest of it.
Nation plots against our president. There's cyber
There's
attacks.
no evidence of that
wage
either, by the way.
Where does that said that?
The CIA loves to goad the United States into
I want to understand your central thesis. Here's my
go ahead.
question.
What is your central thesis?
That Iran is not
A threat to America. Iran is not a threat to America. There's no evidence that Iran is a threat to America.
Developing nuclear weapons?
They are part of...
Are they developing nuclear weapons or not?
They are not developing nuclear weapons. There is no evidence of that.
So why are they having nuclear peace talks?
Why do they have
Because they
detonators and enriched
because they think it's
uranium?
fun? What are you talking
Because
about?
okay.
If we can't live in reality, they're having nuclear peace talks.
Let me answer your
to
question.
do what? To talk about the nuclear weapons that they're not developing?
Okay.
That makes no sense to me.
First of all, I would not be surprised if they geared up enriching uranium as a result of the fact that Trump pulled out of the Iran nuclear deal in 2018.
The Iran nuclear deal.
Hold on.
Let me
So they're
make my
developing
point.
nuclear weapons.
Hold on.
It's
Go.
okay.
Hold on.
Iran is part of the Non-Proliferation Treaty. Do you know what that is?
Go ahead, explain.
Non-Proliferation Treaty allows the international community to do checks on Iran to ensure that they are not developing nuclear weapons. The country that does have nuclear weapons is Israel. They are not part of the Non-Proliferation Treaty. They don't even acknowledge the fact that they have nuclear weapons. The idea that Israel, that has the backing of the top military superpower in this world, and that's the United States, the country that has nuclear weapons, is crying about how Iran is such a threat to Israel, it's ridiculous.
But didn't they just pull?
Hold on.
I am not educated enough to fully go in, but what I did see everyone post this morning is that Iran is pulling out of that treaty.
Yeah,
Have you
yeah,
seen
yeah,
that?
I did see that.
They
So
broke
what are the
treaty as well.
So
They
what
were
are the
dishonest, which is
implications?
why-
What does the treaty ensure in breaking
You're
it? What are
next.
the implications of that?
The treaty ensures that they're not developing nuclear weapons. Here's the problem. Iran played by the rules, and they got
didn't,
fucked
Anna.
anyway.
They
And they got
lied.
fucked anyway.
Why do you think Trump?
So let me understand
Hold
one
on.
thing.
Let me ask
Are
you
you a
something.
defender of Iran? Is that
No,
who you
I'm
are?
not a defender of
The
Iran.
mental
I'm a
gymnastics you
defender
have
of
to
the
go
United
through
States
to
of America
defend
and our
Iran.
soldiers.
Sounds like you're defending
And our
Iran
soldiers.
now.
You know what? I think Israel needs to fight its own wars. Why do they keep pulling the United States into their wars?
America is not
it's
on the
unacceptable.
ground in Israel. I'm America first. There's zero
You're not
Americans.
America first. Don't say that.
You don't.
When you're egging
I'm
on this
America
war, you're not
first.
America first. We
I'm
have
not-
soldiers in that region right now, tens of thousands of
they're
them
not
who are now
fighting.
a target as a result of this.
So are you just like, do you hate Israel blindly that you can't address the facts? Or
I
like, what
hate
is it?
what the current Israeli government, not just the current Israeli government, what the Israeli government over the last several decades has done in lying to Americans and the American government in order to get us to fight their wars for
So
them. That's what I
you're
have a problem
blaming
with.
all the wars, and I agree we shouldn't have done what we did in Afghanistan, Iraq, and all that.
Yeah,
you're
in
blaming
10 years,
all
you'll say the
that.
same about Iran.
Our
Trust
entire
me.
presidential,
There. Trust me, we
congressional,
should point
and
out.
military apparatus, all of that is based on Bibi Netanyahu's opinion?
Not
Is that
just
what
his
you're
opinion.
saying?
The Israeli government
So you're saying that
wants to be the dominant force in that region. Can we pull up the Weston Clark
newsflash,
video,
they
Matt?
are. They've just taken out all their enemies. So I don't understand, like, are you
If they-
defending
listen, can I-
terrorists?
I want Lindy's
I
been
haven't
defending
even said- I haven't
terrorism?
said
I don't get
anything.
it.
This is my
Go ahead,
time.
go ahead, go
No,
ahead.
no, I'm not defending terrorism.
Because Lindy Ling, you don't need to say something. Hey, you talk too much. You don't know about this subject, so please leave it alone. Okay, like this is the one right here who should not have anything to say. Like, make your face like that, because shut up and let her keep cooking the way that she's cooking. Anna Kasparian is cooking Adam Sosnick. Adam Sosnick is a semantical arguer. That's why a lot of people don't argue with Israel, with Jewish people. A lot of people won't, because that's what they do. They will give you semantics to say all the wars were based on Netanyahu's opinions. He did testify to false information of Iraq having nuclear weapons. We went and bombed Iran and didn't even accomplish a mission because there were no nukes there. Thank God, by the way, because I don't even want to think about the disaster that would cause if there were nukes there. Why are we getting involved? Why did Israel start striking Iran during diplomatic conversations that supposedly Donald Trump was trying to get, taken care of? People are now thinking that there's some ceasefire going on. that small little area that I've been talking about for the longest time will drag us into something else, and they are not going to care. This is what they do, and they won't care. They don't care. Okay, so she has every right to feel that way. And then these people are talking about, but they do, but they're like, why did they pull out of the prolific? Well, if I got bombed anyway and I didn't have it, what's the point of me having transparency when the other country doesn't? It's just ridiculous.
Terrorists.
I don't know what
no
you're
other
doing.
country expects the United States to fight their wars for them other than Israel. Why is that?
Well, Ukraine's doing a pretty good fucking
was gonna
job.
say,
How about that?
Okay,
I was gonna say.
So you're dead wrong on that.
in the case
and
of
there's
Ukraine,
also other countries that we get involved in.
Yeah,
and
and
I
we
don't see
shouldn't.
American troops on the
shouldn't.
ground
And we
in
shouldn't.
Israel, in Gaza, in Lebanon.
Okay, so we should have never went to Iraq. We lost many troops in Iraq. We dismantled a civilization of we caused destruction in Iraq. Okay, Pat Tillman, please look him up. People who died for this bloke to come here and keep saying, "I don't see American soldiers in Israel." Okay, like that is so frustrating to hear that. Like they're so flippant about American. Like, well, I don't see them there now. We've already the 7 countries, we've already done this, and we'll do it again. Everybody knows it's a fact. If it wasn't, this is the same thing Ben Shapiro says, oh, that little country can defend itself. No, it cannot, or else we wouldn't have pulled out B-52 bombers to go bomb Iran. Okay, like please. And this treacherous area that gave warnings that they were going to bomb a base, and then guess what? The base is still intact and nobody got hurt. But this is supposed to be some treacherous country that is fully against America. Keep falling for the okie doke, and we're going to just have to keep doing this forever, right? For Israel.
In Syria, in any of these. Okay. So what you're doing is yapping and lying. Here's my problem with you. You can be loud.
Yeah.
And you can be wrong.
You don't have
Pick
any.
one.
You don't have
when
any
you're loud
actual
and wrong,
substantive
that's
points.
when you get in trouble. Okay.
Okay.
When
just
we
because-
invaded Iraq,
Lindy.
I've been trying to speak this entire. It's like 20 minutes in. I haven't said a single word.
Go ahead,
We
Lindy.
don't care. Shut the fuck up. We don't care. You don't have anything to say. You're bought and paid for. Get your big head out of it.
Go crazy. Go nuts.
Go
I
ahead.
don't want to be like.
Just go.
Well,
Lindy,
anyway,
just
so
Like her?
Yeah.
go.
I just want to say, just because you're yelling doesn't mean that you're correct, but that's not my
Correct.
main point. My main point is this. I'm not even pro the Netanyahu regime, but let's get our facts correct. Iran is completely desecrating all agreements that it's previously made. In fact,
it's not.
just
They
yes.
Anna,
Can I
they
finish?
are.
They're not.
Just 2 weeks ago, they refused to let nuclear inspectors into their infrastructure, into their facilities. That is a clear violation of previous agreements. To say that that's not happening is completely dishonest and disingenuous. And I'm not even pro Netanyahu. I just want to lay out the facts here. This is what's happening. They are violating agreements.
Well, let me ask you something. If you play by the rules for years, you literally play by the rules, you're part of the Non-Proliferation Treaty, you're allowing IAEA inspectors to come into your country, and you still see that Israel is successful in goading the United States to fight this war, they're still lying about what Iran is up to. Wouldn't you just say, you know what, F it. Why am I even part of this? Why are we allowing the international community to come in and check
So you're saying
what's
Iran
happening?
is playing by the rules?
Yeah, Iran
Is that what you're saying?
absolutely
That's a
playing by
premise I
the
don't
rules.
accept.
Now I know who you are. You believe Iran. Respect.
I don't believe Iran.
So
I
just
believe
how- just how
international
people are-
inspectors.
This girl just sat here and lied. That's why she should have never been allowed to talk. Anna's better than me. She still cares what these people think. I don't. Oh, now I know who you are. You defend Iran. That's what Adam just said. For me, I'd be like, I'll be whatever you think I am. I really don't care. I don't like you. So I really don't care. There's no reason for me to yell. You're right. I'm yelling because this is just a frustrating, constant conversation with you people. You people suck horrendously.